Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Richly and I'm a self-English learner from China. I have been learning it for more than 3 years now, but I don't have many opportunities to use it in my daily life. So I created this channel primarily to practice my English writing and speaking skills. During my learning process, the main practice method was reading and listening. So I read or watched English materials from platforms like BBC, YouTube, Quora, X, and some other apps. Inevitably, I have read a lot of things about China from these platforms. Then I have found that there is a parallel China on Western social media, which people are living in a desperate, tragic, crumbling world. It's so bad even when I invite foreign friends to come to China. People usually say yes, even though they don't want to, but some of them respond to me straightly, no, because they are scared to be under surveillance by the millions of billions of cameras. Also, we can say there are more and more Chinese travel videos on YouTube nowadays. They just share what they say, but some people still consider it as being paid by the Chinese government. It really made me not to know whether to laugh or cry. I don't need to mention how many times I have been asked about this. So, do I feel under surveillance? Before this topic, I wanted to emphasize that I don't like talking about anything related to politicals. Not because I'm scared or not allowed to, but due to my limited experience and knowledge in fields of history, international relationships, political theory, economy, or whatever. I just the person who couldn't care less about politicals. Just a gaming nerd glued to the screen every day. I think it's hilarious and ridiculous for a person like me to talk about it. I'm just a common person who just wants to live a normal life with my family and friends. But why I'm talking about it now? Just because there's no escaping it. Every time I tell people that I'm from China, they keep asking me weird questions, and sometimes it's really a burden or considered offensive. And also, even since I started learning English, I realized the politicals are everywhere. It's so hard to avoid discussing them. And I think as a person who has lived here for my entire life and traveled to different countries a lot, I have the advantage of talking about my real life here. So you can see different perspectives of view and know this world better. The same for me too. I have to open my eyes and keep learning. But don't get me wrong, I don't mind you asking me any questions. I would like to communicate with you about anything, but I hope you're not asking because of racist or stupid bias. And also, I don't want to make any conflict. You know, it's always a controversial field. And the only thing I can tell is based on my daily life experiences. Then now, this is my answer. No, I don't feel under surveillance and never scared of it. I do have some negative concerns about cameras, but in general, I hold more positive views about it. In my home, there are 3 cameras installed. One at the door, allowing constant monitoring of the entrance, and 2 indoors for my bird when I'm not home. But I never open these 2 while I'm home. So you can say I use them for security purposes, but not use them also for security concerns. The camera has a certain probability of being hacked, and then your every move is exposed to others' eyes. This is something I would worry about. So as a public cameras, I have the same thoughts about it, but some foreign friends told me they are scared of being tracked by the Chinese government. I was like, For what? Are you coming to commit a crime or sell drugs or what? With over 1 billion people here, it seems a little illogical for them to spend the time and resources tracking a gaming nerd like me or you. I'm sorry. And you can see there are a lot of videos made by foreign tourists travel around China. They are all okay with it. But the funny thing is, they are always assumed to have received money from the government and making propaganda. And the question is, what's wrong with it if they did? Is it considered a taboo or disrespectful for Chinese people to film tourism promotional videos for places like New Zealand British, France, or other countries? I saw a lot of them online too, which made me really want to go there. They just recorded the places they had visited. What's the burden of it? I still don't get it. Every country makes its own propaganda videos, so I don't understand why this is such a heinous crime. Not to mention, in my opinion, they simply recorded their travel experiences in a normal country. Okay, anyway, it's another story. Let's back to the camera. I had one opportunity to use a public camera. Strictly speaking, not me, but my neighbor. His car was scratched by someone, and a month later, he went to check the footage at the property management to try and find and figure out who did it. As a result, he found me in the footage, leading him to suspect me. However, it wasn't me. Based on the video, he managed to trace my residence and came to confront me. Fortunately, I had enough evidence to prove my innocence, and only then did he review the footage again and found the real person who did it. This incident made me feel relieved in one aspect because even events from a month ago could still be captured on video. On the other hand, it also made me very concerned because in the video, every detail of my action from getting out of the car to returning home was clearly visible. If those managing the system had ulterior motives, they could easily learn about my daily routine. What worries me the most is making sure our property management system is secure, so bad actors can't exploit and put our safety at risk. I've been to many countries. One of the important means to ensure the safety of the public spaces is the use of surveillance cameras, which to a certain extent can reduce crime rates. In fact, bustling areas in every country are filled with surveillance cameras. And in some places, people are even reminded that they are in monitor areas. It's not only here that this exists. So I feel it's strange for some people to harbor such thoughts. I don't want to talk about why the media always paints a negative picture of what's happening in China, even though similar things happen everywhere, and most people lack the energy and willingness to verify the truth. However, a large amount of such information has silently inflicted people's subconscious minds, indirectly influencing many of our behaviors and the thought patterns. It easily leads people to become entrenched in their ways, unwilling to open their eyes and see the real world for themselves, which can result in missing out many opportunities. We are just ordinary people who only want to live in peace and love with our families and friends after all. You may argue that I feel safe and okay with it doesn't mean everyone feels this way. Yeah, it's true. Like I said, I only talk about things that are based on my daily life and experiences. There are 1.4 billion people here, and it's impossible to present all the angles of the perspectives. I just want to say if you are a normal, peaceful person who just wants to enjoy life and travel around the world like me, you can come and visit this beautiful country anytime without political concern. This is something I wanted to say. So this is today's video. Thanks for watching. If you have any idea about this topic, please leave a peaceful comment below so we can discuss more. And also, if I made any mistake that confused you, please correct me. I really appreciate your help. And I will keep practicing my English and share my life here in China. If you are interested, please subscribe. And if you have any question, please. So until next time, stay safe, stay positive, and peace. Bye bye.